Great. Let's try using the third movement as a continued warm-up. Reconciliation, page 21. Let's do a diagnostic run through. I am going to ask, as far as when I'm involved in this, and I haven't talked to Eric or anybody like this, but regarding the first soprano part, on the last 2.5 pages, whatever, of this piece, page 26, there's a soprano 1 part.
Right.
It is so exposed and delicate, and I can say this easily because I don't know the first sopranos here that well. So I'm just gonna say, no one sing, please.
Good, because the person who sang it last week is not here.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And I kind of certified her, but but I'm not doing it. I'm not performing it. So I think I'm gonna ask Eric how he wants to approach that. So everyone sings second soprano, which is the melody, along with the tenors, 26 and 27. But lots of baritone, lots of alto, lots of low bass, because you're providing that you're providing a lot of extra interest on those pages. Let's just do the run through. We'll start, how about 2 bars before we started the E major stuff?
22?
Yeah, page 22, second system, second bar. Lots of English. And add a filter, I almost did this during the warm-up, add a filter to your sound. So it sounds like all of your vowels are coming from the same part of the color page, the paint colors, they come, you've got the different hues and the different, yeah, try to make all of your vowels, filter them through maybe a basic vowel color. Let's maybe pick one, let's see, word over, all beautiful, as a sky, beautiful, all, hand, sister, that, not, night, soft, again, well, and well, lots of ahs. So here we go, here's 2 before square 11. Very nice. Very, very nice. Good stuff there. Just make sure, and again, I don't know how Eric is going to conduct this, but there could easily be a retard and a break at the end of the last bar, top 24. Make sure you have something in there. Because regardless of how the conductor reacts, you want to be together on the downbeat of the bar before square 12. So just make sure you're watching really carefully there. Good. For my taste, when you sing pianissimo, bottom of 23, the word sisters. Make sure the stirs is softer than the sis. Okay, and it shouldn't be anything, yeah, watch the filter, the vowel color, and all that too. The word stress, I heard a lot of stirs from a good, strong number of you. So just what I do is I just draw a line through the word. The syllable itself. Okay, good.
Are you hearing hard R's too?
I didn't notice that, but I'm sure there's too many. Good. Just try it once more. Sopranos, how are you doing? I don't hear much out of you yet, but we'll get you. Let's continue, and then we'll go back and do the whole thing one more time. Here we go. We need to do run-throughs kind of today because I believe our next rehearsal is when?
May 31st.
And that's the last rehearsal before orchestra?
Well, last rehearsal before maestro.
Is that orchestra or maestro pianist?
Piano.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, nonetheless, we should probably do
I'm sorry, where are we starting?
at least diagnostic ones. So here's, Bill, I don't know where you want to start here, but we would like to get some kind of a run, lead in.
Bottom of 25?
Yes. Walking the true and the free and Woohoo! We're gonna do that. We did last week.
Except we got off somehow.
Yeah, the tenors did a fast triplet, first notes
Yeah.
of 27 instead of a slow triplet, and then that threw up your counting bits all. Yeah, watch those triplets. Most of you tend to wallow, like, and you hear me say this all the time. But beautiful, you get to that triplet mode, and you've got to respect everything else in the room. And if you look at the page, the triplets are often occurring one after another, so you can't just enjoy your part and steal time from the rest of the choir. The rest of the choir is keeping a steady beat. You all see where we go a cappella? You see where the orchestra, the New York, what's the name of this orchestra? Do they have a name?
The New England Symphonic Ensemble.
They stop playing at the bar after square 14, and it's just you. Why don't we just have the sopranos and tenors lay the foundation for this? So let's have second sopranos and first soprano singing second soprano on page 26 with the tenors. Ready, and one. Beautiful as the sun, beautiful and Yeah, good. Now, tenors, when you leap up there to that last high note, keep in mind as pianissimo, try to be easy there if you can. The stir still sounds a bit eerie and a little loud from a number of you.
We're behind you.
And it feels like the B naturals are falling a little by little, or at least they're not brilliant, they're not hovering nice and high on the Bs. And there's a lot of B naturals, right? You seem to be landing on B naturals all the time. The lost, you see them, I don't need to tell you where they are. So be very careful there, because it feels like they're really under the pitch a little bit. So try to keep that lofty. And now let's hear the altos, baritones, and basses. Ready, and one. I hear discrepancy in the bass sections. The baritones fall down to the basses, and they're already there, so don't be insensitive and careless, because you're actually just joining the bass part, and it's pianissimo. And what's the loudest vowel we have? That T-H-A-T, the add vowel. And some of you just took a breath where Eric asked you to breathe, and you came in fortissimo, or at least to my ears. It's a diminuendo to pianissimo and stays pianissimo. So circle that vowel there, because it's sticking out like a really sore thumb, a bit to my ear. Also watch how you do the word utterly. Utterly. If you were in England, how would you imagine hearing it from a British-speaking person? You might not even hear the second or third syllable at all. Depends on where in England. Okay. But anyway, the high note is probably not the loudest syllable, but Vaughan Williams has given the high note the second of the three syllables. Now keep it nice and lofty and easy singing there. There's a diminuendo basses, bottom of page 26, first bar. There's diminuendo, middle of 27 top, goes to pianissimo, stays there, blah, blah. Good. Just make sure baritones, when you join the bass, is on the word deaf. Make sure it's not a capital deaf. I mean, it's like, be easy there, because you're just joining them for 3-4 notes. All right, why don't we start, good tuning though. I really like the tuning, bottom of 26. Maintain that, that's fabulous. Let's just do it once more, because you guys are, yeah, you are you're not the rock, but you're the foundation here. You're the harmonic accompaniment to the tenors and sopranos. Here we go, top of 26, and 1. And I need to say this again. The 8th rest that you see penciled in, you rob the note before it. And some of you are not robbing enough. You're late for the next beat because you see the 8th rest and your math brain is not maybe doing the right kind of math. So make sure you understand. That 8th rest should not be hugging the word beautiful, by the way. I would have put it a little further to the left, but because the word all is not a half note. One more time, ready, and 1. We're in 2 places. We have 2 ensembles here. We should have 1. Let's try it again. And no tenor, no soprano. And rest each. 1. Let's do that page turn, basses and altos. Eric hasn't given you a breath in a long time, and it sounds like it. So I'm hearing a lot of depending on the sound, and then when you come back in, it's a little rocky, and it shouldn't be. It should be smooth as silk. So try to find easy ways to exit and re-enter. Low bass gets really low here, so we tend to lose that and the integrity of that. So just let's start your last official breath. Top 27. Bass, C natural. Baritone. 2, 3. Yeah, let's do the low bass. Let's see. The C natural. Make sure the G of Gan doesn't dig a hole. It's more of a K almost. And on the word wash, I wouldn't do too much ooh vowel so nobody can hear you. Wash, wash, wash again. Let's hear the sopranos and baritones. Altos and baritones. That to Jeff, top of 27, and go. That F sharp sounds slow to me. I'm hearing, oh, good. The first sound you're making is not the F sharp. And anyone else singing with a hard G there, it tends to establish the wrong harmony. Okay, let's add the low bass now, and let's have the soprano tenor as well. We're going to start at the hands of the sisters, top of 27, and then can the bass baritone alto come in? Your famous that 1, 2, ready, and 1. Let the hands of the sisters, heaven's eyes, little loud for my ears, for my taste. This should be the softest part of not the softest, but you can tell he's wanting you to be softer there. But that's good. And the notes are much better. Baritones, I think you're finally getting bottom 27 consistently now. The perfect fifth up to the high A. Before that was suspect. And then I think we're almost getting to the right downbeat top of 28, but I'm not convinced. Could we just do, starting from the word line, bottom 27, here's a various tenors, yes. I think you're loud because you want to hear what your notes should be and how it hits and everything else. Yeah, it still feels unartful. Let's try this one more time because it's really getting very close. Is there a way for you to sound like you're not breathing before that high note? He gave you a breath, but you know what happens with that? When he gives you a breath, you refuel, and then we get this kind of explosive entrance. And I don't think he wants an explosive entrance from the tenors, even though it's a big skip. Yeah.
Is the breath before that or after hands?
Well, I see a breath for you at the end of page 27.
It's like the tenors.
It's all the tenors.
No.
Tenors are together.
It's all the tenors. And what happens, I think, is, what's the word? It's not in our interests, musically, for you to take that breath, except for the air that you need. It's not going to help musically do a nice, the altos are doing nice. It's out of character, what they just did. Actually, it should be a scale, right? Or something. The altos, last three notes, then the tenor. Play as if it were one thing, alto, tenor. No, just the triplets. Do you see where I'm going with, Bill? I'm trying to get the alto triplet, the tenor triplet, and the bass triplet to tie together as one thing.
This is end of 27.
27 to 28.
It should be. No, it should sound like that. Let's do that. Altos and tenors. Ready, and go. Now let's add the low bass to this game. Ready? Alto. Is that right? Yeah, we're on the wrong note. One more time. Now, alto, since you're coming in on that note, try to do it in the way I'm trying to get the tenors to do. Even though you're fuel timed up, ready to go. Ready, and one. Yeah. You try not to be led on the verb bass because it's ta ta ta, ti ta ta, cascade on down. Yeah, it should feel like an organic thing, all three of those. Okay, let's try everybody now. Page 26, top, soprano. And try to be really artful, good word stress, good shaping, quick breaths, re-entries, etc. Here's the chord. Can you diminish more? Were you confident enough of where you were going so that you could do that without feeling like you had to establish something? It's a strange chord, right? What's happening here is a soprano solo comes in and brings us back to the cadence that we loved from earlier in the movie. Good. But I think it should be graceful the way we exit that. Just three little things. Going from page 26 to page 27, it sounds like a lot of you really wanted to breathe. But I think the words are, carnage must in time be utterly lost. Then breathe. Or at least sopranos and tenors breathe.
Yeah, he has
And then eventually altos and basses. But the phrase sounds like it's dying at the end of page 26. Altos a little more, I think. First measure, top of 26, bottom of 26. When you, by yourselves, that war. It sounds a little timid, and it's an interesting harmony. You're taking the bass baritone notes away from them, and you're coming in with more.
Additional color.
Color, yeah, a different color than the bass baritone. So yeah, a little more alto, and then baritones and alti, first altos, we have altali, top of 27, second bar. Try to be in time and don't get swayed by these triplet movements just before you do non-triplet eighth notes. I guess what I'm saying is first altos and baritones don't bog down and be late coming off the downbeat of the second bar at 27. Let's just try once more. It's just this, when the orchestra drops out, it's the responsibility, the quotient explodes. Here we go, top of 26 and over 1. Yeah, and I don't think no is appropriate. Just let it go. Don't do voice. No, enough of the no. Pretty good. Just a little loud on the bass on the downbeat of 28. Top of 28. You're probably in the not the loudest part of your voice, but you're in the nice comfy part of your voice. Everyone else is kind of in the low, soprano low, alto low, tenors. That was good. That was good. Altos, I do want to hear your first beautiful low. Is a G sharp. I'm not sure you're all loving it. Let's do word over all altos. It's a little Jekyll and Hyde. You get to do Jekyll and Hyde twice. G natural, G sharp, G natural, G sharp. So Now you're back and forth twice in just 3 bars, 2 bars. Altos and 1. Yeah, I felt how careful you were. That was great. That was great. And you backed away from it too, because beautiful would not be appropriate. Beautiful. You can go to A pretty solidly, but then really back away from the G sharp, because even if it's in tune in your brain, it may come out a little flat just because of the, what you're throwing at it a little bit. So, but that was good. That was good. Thank you for the energy going from page to page. Yeah, that's good. I could use more diction from the tenors and sopranos. I think, being as you have the melody, and you're not this underlying harmonic stuff that the others are doing, you could use a little more diction from me. Let's do now the beginning and the square 11, and then we'll put this away. This will be a run through. Here we go. 2 bars, if you don't mind. I don't let go of it either, that's so good. Yeah, I overdid the caesura there, maybe, but I was your director. Circle that, if we had several people direct themselves. All right, what else? Good. Sisters was okay. Let's do this. We better do the other one. What was it? This time, Bill, would you play the soprano descant? Just so they get used to hearing it. But, yeah, uncopy it. And blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this lead-in is not, the chord you sing, word over all, is different than the word over all you just did at 22. So I want you to hear those harmonies so that you're not afraid of the first note. So if you can play those 2 bars, bottom of 25, or whatever you want to play.
25 or 22?
Bottom of 25, whatever you want to play. Fast forward. Got really good British there. I hear a little in there. I think they would generally sing almost an unaffected wow.
we do time of the?
Yes, I'm sure, but I don't even know what you're talking about, but I would say yes.
Time
What did you say?
Twice, time of the.
Time of the, yes. Because I'm not really getting, the only word I'm getting is utterly right now. Yes, there's two places where I think you're too loud. The middle of the bar, bottom of 26 last bar. You just came off this D's of carnage must in. Now wait a minute. I'm confused. Ah, I know what it is. The tenors and the sopranos have actually gone to something in that resembles a forte. On your D's of car. Tenors and sopranos, you are actually going on to forte.
Where?
Well, mezzo forte-ish.
Right, bottom 26. Bottom
D's of the car. Yeah, it's the baritones, basses, and altos that have to kind of stay under you all the time.
We also have them at the bottom.
Because when I hear recordings, I hear it getting really soft on the word time. And yet it's the loudest dynamic of the beat, but it's actually softer. So I guess I should say tenors and sopranos come back in your dynamic. But get up to something so that you can come back.
There's a bitterness in utterly lost. I mean, thinking it's bitter,
Yeah,
so soft.
yes, intense. Is that what you're like?
Yeah.
Mark,
Yeah.
also on bottom of 27, we have a hairpin at last measure for the sopranos and tenors.
Yes, please do it.
Where are you? Down here. And then to a pianissimo.
Yes, yes. That's kind of what we're asking a nice response. Oh, I see, there's four of them.
Yeah.
Cha ta ta, chi ta ta, cha ta ta, cha. There's four of them. Good. A little softer yet, some voices, downbeat, top of 28, mostly in the baritone bass. I'm not sure where. But in there's this cluster chord, E, F sharp, A. Yeah, it's a cluster chord there. So it should truly be pianissimo. All right, I think we'll move on now. Thank you. Last week we introduced dirge for two veterans. Let's try a run through of it because we did not do that with it at all 2 weeks ago. So let's just do a run through of this. Here we go. All right. Yeah, Bill, we don't need the whole incredible thing. But let's maybe the 3 bars.
Okay, and
And 3, right? 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. My pencils are going crazy here. This is a run through. I need you to have pencils marking for yourself. Places that you're not sure about, like soprano, square 22, you were soaring way above the notes. A couple of you. Be careful. Page 37 is pianissimo. I heard rocked together. About that loud from a lot of people. And it should be, the rhythm is fun, yes, but don't cartoon it. Yeah, so it's two, then song and fall. Yeah, you're not cartooning something that is, Tom and Jerry. It's not, none of that. It's very serious stuff. Good. We're not gonna go back yet because I've got the markings and my pencil still has lead in it. So we're gonna keep moving. Yeah, I'm ready in case it runs out. But these pencils are here for a reason. So make sure you're marking places that you're not sure about. Let's move on. And places that aggravate, concern you, sorry. Sorry, yes. Circle places that you are doing right, but maybe you hear others not. So, and you can kind of share those in a moment. Here we go, page 38. One thing about this movement is, I think the orchestra is going to be playing in a martial time. Look at the accompaniment, almost all the way through. It's a dirge, and the thing about a dirge is there's usually a drum involved, and you're processing, right? So we can't afford for you to slow down whenever you feel that the music compels you to sonically lose yourself. So,
It generally feels like we were behind the beat the whole time.
Oh,
I was like, oh my god, it's too slow.
you have to. It is slow, but it has to be
On time.
a very metric feeling. So here we go. We're fine. Let's just start the edge of 38. And fast forward, square 24, and Sorry guys, you're not following at all. It's one of those moments, I think top of 44, if you listen to 14 recordings, you're gonna have 14 different interpretations of how these two measures go. And I gave you one. So you need to kind of watch your maestro. Because, oh, my soldiers twain, this is the exception. The verge is virtually over. The dirge is virtually over. Yeah, this is a moment, an exception, because you don't get the dirge. Yeah, he's painting a specific image here, and it's not that procession anymore. Although it does get calculated to finish the movement. But we're closing down to the movement. The movement's almost over, and we get this incredible moon thing and final stage. So be careful. Just make sure you're watching there, particularly the O, the first bar of 44. Soothe me. Did anyone do soothe me, by the way?
No.
Thank you, you too. Soothe me, because there's a crescendo there, and the TH is voiced, and the M is not a letter we're going to hear very well. So soothe me. Oh, moon immense, with your silvery face, what do? You soothe me. That's not going to be easily communicated. Assuming, right, it comes out. It's going to come out to someone just listening to you and not following the text. It's not going to be a picture that you was intended. All right, so we're not going to go back again, but I would like to start though in this section and give you a second version of that. But the version should be your version as well. Whatever that version is here should be yours. So hold your music in a way that will allow you to sing, oh, my soldiers twain together, and sing, oh, my veterans, no breath passing through, and we all pass to burial together. Yeah, and watch, yeah. Good. Where shall we start? Well, let's do top 43. I think it's best to seduce you with 80 and then go into 44 and see what happens. Oh, 1 and 2. Now this shocked me, whatever happens just a moment ago. It's very pianissimo, and that's great, but we come in mezzo forte. Mezzo forte, and then in 2 bars we go to piano, which some of you did not do. So circle those dynamics. I have a marking on immense. Oh yeah, the word immense. Some of you sang immensely there, and it's piano. So I don't know, I just had fun with that. All right, here we go. Top of page 43 is D, 2, and 2. Oh, strong dead, you please me.
also give my heart, oh my soul.
You might not hear the piano or the orchestra there, so you have to watch me for the count. Here, vanishing vowel works fine because it's a voiced fricative. Love. Yes.
Can I hear the pitches there on the top of 46 because I did not get that?
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. So it's a complex harmony on the word heart. The note before that is not complex, and some sopranos, a couple of you had it right, but then you heard how weird it was, and you dropped it.
Yes.
So you can't. Yeah. Trust yourselves. This is Bob Williams. He loves interesting harmonies that go to incredibly beautiful places. So, and they're made more beautiful by what he sets up, what he constructs before that. Here's that incredible bar or so, Bill, if you want to play, whatever you can there, leading up to You found your way to it or had it, that's fine. I don't think you should breathe before gives, but it's heart gives, heart gives. Now, if you breathe quickly without coming in loudly, I will certify that. But ideally, my heart gives. I did too much G, sorry. Heart gives. So I was trying to give you a T and a G, but not really. So try to survive your heart.
I have no breath mark.
Yeah, no breath.
Yeah.
But it is to good. Yeah, that was the right note. Did you hear it? Where as soon as I heard it correctly, it's just you want to tune it. Let's we just tune it now, because it is a complex harmony, particularly with the bass and the tenor. One, and you got your first chord. 2, 3. The B and the C are two totally different notes, even though they're so close together. You want to make sure you have one and the other, but not a mixture or an average. So try to, because the first one is against the bass's C. They have the answer. You pick a B, and then you direct to the C. One more time, because this is so crucial, right? The ending. 2, here's a G major first version. The R is making your pitch less than ideal. Try to sing the pitch your brain wants you to sing without letting the R affect it. My heart. And I would take the R out of your brain. Just take the R out of your brain again. Take my hot. To, and by the way, that's almost how they say it. I bet you that's how they sing it. I bet you there's no difference in how they sing it and say it. 2, 3. So, I think some of you are overcorrecting. you know it's not a C, but don't make it something that's not on the piano. 2 and 3. Yeah. See, it's funny because you sing the B, and then you it's a horrible word. You inflict. No, you endanger. Endanger. You infect sopranos, and they go to the B of all things. And then they end up on the C. But just when you go from your B to the C, they go to the B. So it's a bass tenor thing, and becomes now an infection that travels to the sopranos.
But we do do it, we're supposed to be in the third major.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but the tuning is all off kilter.
Oh.
It's almost as if some of you are overcorrecting or not, not being expected. Now try to sing with your ears at this time. 1, 2, and 3. Soprano, stay up there. My heart needs you. And don't let the L find a pitch that's too low. Make it lovely and nice and high, because it is an A minor. The basses have established. The altos are heading. The tenors have now found their groove, and you're ending up on the road. Good. All right, let's go back. Have your pencils out. I'm going to make some markings, and then we'll sing it once more, and then we'll move on to something else. Great, everybody. Let's see. One comment. Don't take this. Don't be offended. Sopranos, I think you need to spend more time with the learning tracks. I'm not hearing confidence yet from this group, so try to spend more time, because there's some places where we're just not getting it at all. Okay, that's just a general comment. So. Page 30. Page 30. I'm going to be quick, so just mark things really quick. I did not understand the second or third word at all, because I heard last sun. Last sun. Last sunbeam. Last sunbeam. Last sunbeam. The last sunbeam. Last sunbeam. The first 3 words of the movement. Totally unclear. We could practice all of this a gazillion times, but we don't have time. You're going to have to. And worst of all, it's unaccompanied when we should understand it. There's no interference, none of it. So here we have on page 30 more. Sorry?
Sorry, we can't
There's
hear
too
you.
much
chatter. Yeah, there's not enough, it's unaccompanied again. So we have to be very confident, artful, and clear as possible. The last sunbeam lightly falls from the fricatives that are expensive. There's from the finished, 3 in a row that will take all of the air out of you. But yet, we need to sing a nice linear phrase that lasts 3 bars, 3 measures at least. And then the word pavement, a word that we will never understand because it starts with a P. Good. It sounds like everyone is breathing before the last 2 notes of page 30. Could you not be that person? And if you are that person, could you not sing, it is? Like all kind of these bright vowels, like machine gun me to death. The last 2 notes of 30. And those of you who just took a breath there, saying looking, you cartooned the poetry. Looking, looking. particularly basses, because you go from a low note to a high note. I would throw that away, basses, throw it away. And then the rhythmic people kind of hammered the word down, and that should not be hammered, just be accurate. And 2 Ds, new made double Ds, middle of second bar, top of 31. And it's piano, it's still piano, no, I'm sorry, the P is not piano, the P is for pavement. Sorry. Sopranos, I would start breathing in the second bar of the middle of page 31, so that you have this lovely dolce sound. Yeah.
Is it new made,
You made double. These sopranos that rest top of 32 is for the half note. Rob your moon. You were a little late there. Altos and sopranos a little higher on your silent moon. Some of you were high enough, but there was discrepancy. That's such an incredible harmony. Bill will play. But it's pianissimo, and you have to really find that surprise harmony graceful. Basses and silent, I heard and sigh, and sigh, and sigh, and sigh, and a song, and a silent moon. It's pianissimo though. Top of 33, it's piano. I heard lots of refueled, rambunctious singing. Yes. I didn't understand the word sound at all. Bottom of 33. Sound of. You can break there. You can frame the word of. Don't be late for page 34. Some of you were late. Bugles. Boom. Some of you turned the page and then went splat.
Yeah.
It should be. Now I shouldn't say boom. It's piano. And that, I think, that accentuated the fact that some of you were late, because it is supposed to be soft. And a lot of you didn't notice that, because you were not only late, but you just kind of tried to cover from your lateness by attacking. Now we at 34, and it should be. We look at that phrase, the notes, how many notes are there? 1, 2, 1 note, 2. It's just very legato, yes.
The swell at the bottom of 33, how high does it go?
Not much. Well, generally, yes, I would go to mezzo forte. Then what's your goals? Your goals should come way down, yes.
Okay, we were all cows on the bottom of 32, but do you want the no or just
I did the maybe to show you where it should have been, but do not do none. It's a beautiful moon yet, or it's a silent one, and let's make it a silent exit. Ooh. It's so gorgeous, those ends. We won't need you to show us where the cutoff is. But for now, as a learning tool, I do it a little bit sometimes just to show you where it should be. But they're not that important, really. Ends aren't loud. It's not like some of these where there's Z's involved. Good. All right, let's move on. Top of 34, it's not flooding, it's flooding. Flooding. But for some of you, that was the loudest sound you made, top of 34. Let's see. Here's an example of a cutoff that is dangerous, right? Here's the Zorro Z cutoff. Some of you cut through the fabric of the coat and didn't mean to do that. Okay, then we go fortissimo. Yes, that was all. Yeah, great drums. Query, less ing. Always less ing. Some of you get to the last note and you say, I made it! I survived! Pounding too, even though it's fortissimo. Every, I'm not sure every was the right rhythm in all voices. And every below. Right. Now, did someone, Tim, did you have a cutoff in this movement where we don't sing the 8th note? Was this one of them? The drums, bottom of 35-second measure? There was a cutoff that you said was on a beat instead of the 8th note. In this movement.
I don't think this one.
Okay, so let's go ahead and sing the note values here. Okay, good. Sopranos add a crescendo, top page 36, last note. Oh, here's for some of you who are flying too high. It's a low part. You let the tenor, lovely tenor line affect you. They're higher, and you were like harmonizing or something to your own part. So make sure you're down low there. Top of 37, I was really bothered, and I already told you about this, about how loud your dropped was and your together was. It should be pianissimo and very somber. Yes, together, but not hammered. You're not instructing others on what the rhythm should be. It is, let's just see the rhythm. Good, a waist then, no up. Let's see, I think, yeah. Bottom 38, throw your sieve away. Convulsive. And that'll help you maybe get piano. Your pianos are not piano enough. When he gets you a forte line, top of 38, and then he gets your piano line, I'm not hearing way enough difference. Again, so
So
those
that's a
of you,
subito piano.
it is subito piano, except for the fact that you shouldn't sing sieve very loudly. Drums strike more convulsive. The sieve is still mezzo something, but it's not sieve. You know, don't do that. Yeah, slam that at the ends of phrases. It's become a huge pet peeve, I guess. But it is piano. And when you sing faded, some of you didn't fade at all, and the loudest note was dead. Fade dead. That's a different song. White has faded. And I was too loud on the other notes, but what I did was shake them. And same with raps me. I wouldn't go raps me. No. March and raps me. It is forte, but not as loud as the downbeat. Okay, we're getting close to the end. Alto east, turn the sky, turn the sky. I would put a little dancing down there. In the east, turn the sky, turn the sky. Yeah.
Well, the word is not booing, it's boy.
It's a triphthong. Boy. There's an ooh in there a little bit.
A little bit, but not, I listened to the recording, and it's not buoy. It's not buoy. Yeah. It's more, yeah, it's more
It's
like.
not. Boy might work, but I think boy is more. Boy. B-O-I. Boy. But it's fast. Is it a fast one? I don't even know where the word is.
It's held out.
Good. Tenors, something to ask. You have two of the nasty bad vowels in a row on page 40 on the most beautiful music ever written. That's not true, but it is gorgeous here. Tenors, A natural. Filter that vowel with something because it's coming out a little too Gene Hagen, for example. Bass hair. Bass, I'm not sure you're singing the right note, second note, bottom of 40, bass baritone. You're sorrowful, vast. Some of you are singing in the tenor's A. Or you know it's not the A, so you aim low and it's too low. Probably should, let's do that basis. Top of, middle of 40, third bar. So F major, accompaniment. The accompaniment, third bar, middle of 40, ready with accompaniment. Yeah, either they are or you're, with everyone singing in the room, it affected you psychologically. I'm not sure about why that was.
The tenors,
They induced you. They induced you.
Sopranos, we did this last week, but top of 42, third bar, you should probably mentally sing the alto part until you have it in your head. Because the intervals are difficult, but if you sing the alto part, it's easy. We proved it last week, well, proved it, I'm not sure, but we demonstrated that last week for the alto singing A flat large. mentally singing out. And your face is the same as head.
Yeah.
B flat, face, most transparent in heaven. Yeah, the face and heaven are the same note. And the tenors are also singing that B flat, which is an A sharp. So the A sharp's in the room, it's in your head. Just, yeah, I probably should have said anything, because you're probably not even, weren't even worried about it before, but. Good? Tenors, could you filter another word for me, the word brat, the bottom of 43. It's altos are low, basses are dying, and you are not finished. You have still some stuff to do.
Which page?
42.
43.
42 to 43.
It's one of your more important measures as a tenor. In heaven, in yeah, I'm hearing a discrepancy in the vowel. I hear one and I hear a different one. But don't get dark. It should be bright, but not bright. Nice and high. Here's the chord. The chord. And more importantly, with some crescendo still left in you, some energy, because you're not finished. It says diminuendo, but it's because you have arrived at some dynamic that you're not maybe there. You haven't really gotten to that. In the hand of yeah, make sure you enjoy that more. And then make sure the third bar bottom page 43 is softer. And the orchestra does drop out, top of 44 for that very crucial final statement. Okay, we're going to do one more run through, and I'm not going to stop you, but I'm going to, I wish I had a different color pencil though.
You want yellow?
Because they would have a different color pencil I can borrow.
What do you mean, like yellow?
No,
Red?
no, one that will differentiate all of these thousands of markings I made.
Oh, you mean like a blue pencil or?
Yeah,
Blue, red.
that's okay. I'll just draw a hole in this. So here we go, page 30.
The new marks.
3 bars. Here's that religious beat. That V on the end, there's 3 sub-beats on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. The stops. Speak Refuel with salt. Square 24, 2. Keep the beat. matching color?
Right after square 25, the two some mothers large. I don't think a lot of us are getting up.
Okay. Good. Yeah, I just have like 8 marks or so. Let's go back and just, a couple things while I'm thinking about it. The word Sabbath also stuck out. I forgot about that one. Top of page 30, lively falls from the finished Sabbath. Yeah, Sabbath. So what's your vowel there? Because that's the accented syllable that's coming out.
How do you want to say?
Well, not sad, but sa. Finish Sabbath. It's coming across in some voices. You hear this, you've heard it in choirs and next to you maybe, or even on recordings of yourself, I don't know. But every once in a while there'll be someone with maybe not so open a throat will pick a very thin vowel, and the combination of those two things, is pretty grating. So be careful. If you don't have an open throat and that vowel color is can really stick out. Good. Top of the 31, you backed away from King, thank you, on looking, but some of you stopped singing and came in early on the word down. So make sure you still count it down. Looking down on you. Yeah, have your own little dirge somewhere in your body. Your feet, your heart, your pinky, whatever helps you feel the dirge metrically. Yeah. Alto spousing, immense and silent, middle of 32. Bill, could you give us a bar before that? Middle of 32, central system. Yeah. Let's just do it with ready, 1. And I could blame the A flat as not being quite high enough either. And I need and sa. It's not and sa. And sa means nothing. And silent, silent. Imagine a large chorus. It'll just take whatever clarity there was by the individuals and the inaccuracy of the percentage of people not singing, accurately enough or on time. Then there's no communication whatsoever. I mean, just blur everything together. So do it the best you can. And use the D as a springboard to a nice, good D flat. Now, altos, you have a slightly different but similarly psychologically dangerous thing. The altos. Good. I think the odd vowel needs more unification. So, let's go for softer for one thing, and taller, and not so dark. Ready, and 1. I would buy that one compared to the other one. I would back away also from the word and color the vowel a little bit on the word and. And really brighten it. With sopranos, ready, 1. Once you find the beautiful, easy loftiness, then add a little crescendo. The right kind of crescendo, not the pressing, grabbing one, but the freeing one that shimmers. Once more, ready, and 1. And the crescendo will fix a lot of things that might not have been perfect about how that first sound work for you, but that crescendo will really bring the music into it and just, it'll be great. But that's such a beautiful place, I just wanted to talk about that. Sada Pro, top of 33, Sada Pro, Sada Pro, Sada Pro. Otherwise it comes out, I see a Sapro. I see a Sapro section, Sapro section. Sad procession. More K on coming, bottom of 33, sound of come. Good, 34 was better, flooding was better. Oh, with, I would sing with a voiced TH, because,
I'm sorry, where are you?
top of 34 last note. The word is with a voiced TH, with the voices. Because if you don't sing with a TH, your voice won't happen. You need to sing with a voiced TH, because you're talking about voices. As with the voices and with the tears. Yeah, more voiced consonants there, in my opinion. Because what if you don't voice it? What's it come out as? As with nothing. Nothing. Now, I would love some vanishing vowels, top of 35. Pounding and the small drum steady whirring. I think it's okay here. Any opinions? It's fortissimo. It's marcato. It's big, loud. And the meh is not going to be heard, understood if you don't. So meh. For those of you that have a meh in your throat, in your mouth, I think these are good places. And let's all say the right rhythm on every. Ready? Well, why don't we just do one of those? And the small drums, top of 35. And the small drums steady every. The re should be less than the f. So, but it should be steady as you go. Good.
Below.
And I would break all this next stuff up. Blow of the great drums, spaces. Otherwise, you're not going to get any of that out. Strikes me through. Good, I think. Sopranos, did you get the notes on 36 a little bit better? I tried singing them there.
Yeah.
A natural. The crescendo there a little bit. Top of 36 last note. Good. Let's just do top of 37. Here we go, everybody. Here's an E. Ready? That's the best you've done. That's the best you've done. If you were clear-headed and you knew what you should do. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Say together. Together. Yeah. Together. Even alto tenor. Together. And the double grave. Yes. Good. Top of 38, first word. Vowel sound is now nearer. Now nearer. Some of you, it was more of a how, it should be now nearer. Nearer, low, the bugles. Good. Let's sing that because there were 3 mistakes I circled here. 1, 2, and 3. Now here are the mistakes. Sopranos, your notes are not clear. Top of 38. You're getting your C's and your E flats mixed up. I'm not getting the words. Some of you are adding letters when we don't need them. I'm hearing, and the drums strike some more. I'm hearing all kinds of stuff here. That shouldn't even be there. And the drums strike more convulsive. Do not think of the L, particularly sopranos or tenors. Well, I don't think anybody, because vol. Yeah, some of you really, your vol was not long enough because you didn't want it to be. So you rewrote the piece by shutting down before the sieve. So that's a mistake. You should take the L out so that you can enjoy that. Strikes more convulsive and the daylight. And that should be subito piano, and it's not in many voices. We'll do that one more time. There's an F on 38. 1, 2, and 3. Very nice, very nice. And thanks for fading on the word faded. Top of 39, G natural. Frame all of these words. Ready, 1. And the strong against March and Rhapsody. Sopranos pick a different vowel on the last two notes. Particularly the last word. Rhapsody. I heard some of you try to sing a pure E vowel there on an F sharp. Surprise note, and it was a surprise sound, actually. You see what I mean? Top 39, frame all those words. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Okay? I don't think. I think, yeah, good. Tenors, when you sing with those filtered ah vowels, don't get louder. The word is richer, not richer, that's not a good word. More space, more open, taller, but not louder and heavier.
Richer?
Just said that. The word richer scares me.
More vertical.
Just be careful. Open and light. Kind of like that G natural vowel.
On top of the air?
A balloon?
You used to say that
Top
all
of the
the
air,
time.
yeah.
A balloon.
Okay, phantom moves. Say those two words. Phantom moves. 3 words. Phantom moves. Phantom moves. If you ever have those words, I think most of you do, but not all. Illuminate. Let's give the altos a chance to sing the last 3 notes at page 41. So how do we do that? And maybe how about the last bar of 40? Here's E flat bass. Ready and go. Somehow make it grow louder than your ing. I don't know if that's possible.
I'm just sorry, Mark. We didn't- I didn't bring
Not
it
talking
up.
about where you were
I know. We'll get there. We'll do it once. Yeah, 10 sounds great. A little less. As soon as you get to the high C, you can start to diminish. But just make sure you've established it really strongly so that you have more places to go after that. And then see if you can make your grow louder than your ing. And that will be great. We're gonna do it. Oh, that was gorgeous. I would make one little change on the bright color, bottom of 42. It's still a little something. It's a little heavy or dark. I'm not sure. A natural. Right. I'm not sure. Open vowel, really open vowel. Enjoy the trip. That's the most important thing, and you're enjoying that trip. Just, I would take a different route. I would take a different vowel color there. Now, Spencer, how do we get to know? Well, we started in the middle of a very rich.
I didn't even know where you started. I didn't even know where you were. I do.
They did.
I do very sorry.
No, I think it's because you have such a rich harmonic burial there, that your notes are buried in the middle of things, and it's hard to pick out.
Were you starting on page 40, last measure?
I was.
Okay, that's.
Yeah.
I was at a different star.
I think we're okay. I will say this, if we do top of 44 real quick, I think it's dangerous for us to slow down after the veterans, because the orchestra comes back in, and I don't think we can retard all of that. We can't retard all the way to your burial. I think we need to kind of keep it moving, because of what the orchestra's doing at the bottom of page 44. They come back in, and it needs to be at some sense of some kind of a tempo. So, just stay with me. Ready? Go. Oh, my soldiers twain. Oh, my veterans, passing to bury love. Yeah, you can't slow down any more than this. I'm afraid you can't.
Are we flipping the R in burial?
Burial. No, it's an R.
Okay.
It's not Betty, but Betty. It's Betty. Don't ride the R, don't accent the R, don't.
Right.
Probably. And the last comment I want to make is middle of 45, based on, make sure you get to the E natural, I think. Top of 45, 1, E natural, 2, 3. You go from the darkest vowel to the pickiest vowel of all, on the last two notes. Make sure the ooh is louder than any zip you come up with.
Check the altos, 2 before 27, the B natural, I'm not
Yes,
sure.
let's try alto and basses, top of 45. No tenor, no soprano. 1, 2, 3. Fine. We'll do it again. Nice and high on the F sharp altos on the move. Basses and the bugles should be the same note as the basses sang earlier on the move. So we go 1 and 2 and 3. Yeah, love the bass. And altos less zick as well, maybe with an eval. Z-E-E-K, but soft, really soft. The eval, I don't think works there. Okay, good. Great. Lovely. And you are 17 minutes late for break.
Oh, man.
Sorry. Yeah, maybe look at Guess what we're gonna do? Totally ignore me. I'll put you on that.
We just started off.
I was like, yes, I basically, there were. Want to do air. But
Reserve for it.
it's the price is $100. I'm trying to talk to her. What she's doing is she's seeing where when you go to Japan, like arrows,
For you.
you go to the website. You want somewhere you want to see. There's a lot. She was saying it's $100. Go on there and pretend you're buying.
Up to 2, up to 3, do we have any consensus?
Consensus is forming, but I think it's not going to be 3. You're the only one who I do like those other airlines, but I didn't really do air. We're doing different, one airline going one way. But so far we've got 1, 2, 3, we have 2 people having to go. There's like 5 people who want this.
All things you I would love not to.
A day to kill and a night to kill for a flight. You board a flight at 11. You've already acclimated yourself to a different time zone. Then you get on plane at 11. You've killed a day, never killed very long. I'm wondering if you have 3-hour flight, you don't kill for your friend. Not killing a day, you're actually killing. 4 hours, 6 hours earlier, 7 hours earlier, the board that same flight, shorter. 4 hours north. 4 hours north. And then you go.
I will go with whatever consensus is, as long as I'm not making one race.
Yeah, no, and I was hoping that's the case. It's just, I don't know which I would prefer. Once, you know. Coming back, we did. Wait. By then they had fixed the problem, whatever.
I propose to get them to tell you why they want this.
They did, they
Well, that's. I think.
Oh, yeah.
several reasons.
Honest and
So I need to convince Mark.
tangible.
They're spearheading. They and someone else. Yeah.
I spent time with you, Ray.
I'm not in the mood to be here though today. I'm not in the mood to be here today. I was like,
Oh, great.
well, it's like,
Where do you wanna be?
in the sun. Well, plus I just ate a huge lunch. But good to see you.
Also, I heard from a colleague in another choir that I'm in, that cold. She's Japanese, so she said,
Well, I wish, boy, I was sold. Well, first off, we have to go before school starts. Or we have to go where it's really expensive and really hot. And then I found a blog that says, oh, I've been to Japan all times of the year, and it is so much better in January. Because the crowds are less, the price is better, you can see everything you want to see, and it's not that much, it's 40s and 50s.
cold. I'm not interested in the slightest in going anywhere where there's snow or skiing or any of that. So I'm fine with
No, we're heading south.
that, but yeah. But she was really excited for me. Where are you going to? Where are you going?
Yeah. I guess we'll probably be traveling. I think I did in the 70s.
Yeah, I went to Guam once.
I've never been one of those good families.
Well, the thing, my late father-in-law was stationed in Eugene. The whole thing. Apparently, he was in a squad that moved things. Like if there's something in the way that he's moving, there was this like some kind of giant piece of machinery or truck or something. So they're busy pushing things out of the way so the troops can get through. So there was a thing where he and a historical tours, planned a trip. He was 84. These old codgers, these old codgers. The day after the earthquake, Tokyo.
Oh, yes.
We got the last flight out of LA to Hawaii for the shut everything down. We got to Guam. He said there will be no trips to Iwo Jima. Japanese government is shut down. So, all these little guys just gather around and go on the table and trade war stories. Just have these times.
Oh,
Why don't you go out in the sun for a few minutes?
I should.
Blossoms out there. Sweet.
I was definitely shorts and
Are you?
I'm just marketing.
You need to get a
My
percentage.
son is tuning pianos now.
Oh my God.
Take a card.
Okay, he's bigger.
He's very happy. He's launched his business last fall.
Okay, so let me see if Susie can put him on the roll then.
Tim, I have a question about the church in San Francisco. Is it portable or?
No. It's like on the far side, southern Korea.
Okay.
All right.
We still have that in here.
I failed to introduce a movement to you. Page 48, please. We need to do this now. Because I totally forgot about it. It's not rocket science, it's not difficult. But we need to cover it.
I'm sorry.
Page 48.
Thank you.
Here we go.
It's a high, middle, low.
Okay.
Top of 48 is something pulled right out of the first movement. So the orchestra plays this, these, arpeggio about this, blah, 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 blah. That's your four. And hopefully your notes, hopefully your high, middle, low note comes right in your ear mouth. And then you sing do, no, mi, fa. Ready? If you can give us those, whatever that is, beforehand. That needs to be mindless. Mindless. Second spell. Second spell and second tenor as well. Okay, last time. Ready and one. Make sure it's 2 counts before your notes. Some of you have an anxiety moment there. I hear it in your voice. I even hear you come in and sing early a little bit. And then make sure your dotted half note is full, 3 full counts, diminishing to a very together chem. One of the loudest sounds you can make is ch, right? So be careful. It's piano and it needs to be together.
Mark,
Yes.
so cutting off the 8th note chant on the.
Yes. The 8th note is sung. Oh, luckily, it's not crucial because you shouldn't go ma, and it's an M, and it's piano, so it's not going to be the end of the world like some of these other exits. All right, we need to move on. This next section we have not even looked at, but it's very sight readable. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah. So take your pencils. Good. Let's see. Yeah, go through there and see how many syllables you should probably mark through. Let's see who comes up with the most. I'm going to count. I'm just going to do soprano. But whatever the soprano is, it's the same for everyone else. As what syllables should be marked through? I'm just doing it real quick.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, there are some syllables that are being oversung because poetically you're doing it for rhythmic purposes or trying to grab the notes or the rhythms, but you're not being artful.
So not emphasized.
Yeah, you're emphasizing syllables because it's convenient and not. Just a moment, I'm okay. I don't know how many I did, but you probably know the ones I'm talking about. Yes.
Top of 52, it isn't marked high middle note, so is it an alto split?
It's very temporary, isn't it?
No, he didn't mark it.
So alpha split
Alto split,
for
okay.
one measure.
Yeah.
Yeah, put a little warning each one.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Question, someone else have a question? All right. Can we just do a soprano tenor a little bit, and then we'll do alto bass a little bit. Here we go. All right, we looked for peace. Ready, and just play parts. Ready, and 1. We look So be strong surrounds because as soon as you find your note and then the tenors echo you, he gives you a note that's nasty to them. So there's this conflict built in. But even though you're singing the same music, they are singing. They're singing the same music you just sang. But and string. So it's a nice compositional effect. And yeah, it works really well. Here's alto tenor, alto bass. Ready, 1. He changes keys on a page turn, which is not very nice. But if you see the key change marked at the end of 49. But this is where you get into a different tonality. So make sure you understand the half step switch, alphas, sopranos, everybody. Page. Everyone does a half step switcheroni on the page turn. And then you toy around in this new thing until he returns you in 3 bars only to the original. And then it happens again somewhere around 50, what is it?
49.
Yeah, where you see all the chromatics. The last note up to 51. Okay. Let's try it once more. But you threw away words like trouble, right? Not trouble, or horses, 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 horses.
Tremble. Making.
Ended, I heard and dead. And dead, top of 51. No. And the ending. Recovered, I'm in the end, yay. Where's my badge? No. Covered. Okay, here we go. Let's just sing one more time. Bill, could you give us the 4 notes in the bass before we start in 31? We looked for I heard people read. I think it should be people recover, not recover. Good. That was so much better. Thank you. There's a tendency to slow down though. Some of you are just slowing down, and it's got to be the tempo of the tenor bass should be the same as soprano, right? We're echoing precisely, and we're all moving forward. We're all moving forward. And watch your G natural. Some of you, your harvests are a little depressed. The harvest, the R alone. Just get the app on your phone, you'll see it. If you sing with an R, you'll see the line go down. Just with an R. Even though your brain is saying it's the same note. No. The R will make it go flat. It's just nature. So when you sing bottom of 50, the last measure, and 51, those G's are not high enough. Start there. 1, 2, soprano, alto, soprano, bottom of 50, last measure, 2, 3. Pianissimo, gentlemen. Ready, 2, 3. It's slowing down. I don't know why. The words are just starting late. The words are starting late. Not all of you are slow, but you are really because you're not able to fight the rest of it. So we've got to keep it moving. The summer's ended. Here we go.
Mark.
Sure.
Could we do we have a page turn where the position there and then to 52, the switch to.
Well, 52 is in the same tonality, but right after that, yes.
That's right.
Now you do need to switch back right
Back to
after
the
that.
Is there no longing here? Is there no position there? Why there is no.
Okay, it's the same as we started.
We go back to the old.
Yeah.
And get soft. That's right. And you go back, and yet you get softer too. So you have to really know what you're doing because you're not going to want to go soft on something you're not sure about. Well, I guess that could be.
Still not some.
It's coming down, yeah. It's coming down. Top of 52. Okay. Now tenors and basses, just a little softer coming down. You do soften after the sopranos and altos, but to my ear, you're still way too loud before your piano. So I would come down maybe a little more on those diminuendos. But we haven't. I forgot to rehearse this part, so we're going to do this one more time, and then we'll move to movement 6. So here is movement 5. Why don't we just do the whole thing? Here we go. It's short. Page 47. Bill will give me those.
2 and 1.
You'll be the last person off the note. I don't know where you are.
I jumped to the last dimension.
Oh, you started, you skipped. Ready, last 2 bars before you come in, and 1. That's fine, I'm not your maestro, but you need to take the R out of arms, and you take the dead out of ended. I'm hearing end, dead. And that's what I'm hearing. Now, I may be exaggerating, my ear may be exaggerating reality, but it is such a thing in my mind now. Try to overdo it, underdo it, or whatever the word is, to describe a song is end. Try to be poetic. The Brits are always, the word is first. The music's fabulous, but the word is first.
Is there a breath before the summer or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Mark, it's Mark.
I don't
It's
know.
mocked. It's mocked in the right part.
Okay,
If you have the approved part.
thank you.
Good. Now watch out, and way too loud tenor bass or somebody middle of the bottom of 50 on the piano. Okay, good. Otherwise, you're doing pretty well. It's just, it slows down too much in some places, but yeah, good. We're not gonna go back. Oh, one thing though I do want to say, in square 31, bottom of 48, the tempo changes immediately there. And guess who triggers the tempo? The conductor, of course. But musically, soprano, alto, you're the ones who introduce the new tempo, not the orchestra. So you need to be watching the conductors so that you know how fast this or it could be any combination, any range of temperature. Ideally 88, but who knows? Who knows? But just be aware that's about alto there. All right, let's go on. Let's just go back to our harvest. Let's see if we can harvest a better vowel choice and word stress. Here we go. It's softer but not slower. 1, 2, 3. That was quite nice. The only thing I want to say before we go into 6 is the nastiest music he ever wrote, I believe, in my mind, is the downbeat at the bottom of page 50. And there's no way we will ever get that to sound nice. There's just no way, because he wrote it in such a horrible way. I mean, he's creating, well, what are the words here? Yeah, he's devouring the music here with ugliness. Bill, can you play open score-ish?
Sure, have devoured?
Well, before that, I want them to hear the devouring.
Okay, I will try.
So the downbeat of bottom of 50 is as ugly as it gets, and the next note is as unison as it can get. Now just do those two notes. Ready? Tenor bass are going to be higher than the soprano alto. Ready? Go. Yeah. So I'm going to back away. Kind of get out of the tenor bass way so that we can land in a place that you established for them. But yeah, just it's not important, I guess, to sing what you have, but just I think to make it as beautiful or as artistic as possible, I guess is the word, because beauty is not the word you use to describe this, is to sing linearly with good word accents and make your part make sense artfully. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In other words, you can't worry about what Ralph wrote. You have to just deliver the goods, but do it in as artful and poetical way as you can. And it will work. Just I'm sitting here listening, some people hammering maybe a little bit, and unsure and overcorrecting and pushing too hard in some places. So just, but boy, it is so much better. We're not going to go over that because we do need to do this last movement.
Yep, I think on page 54.
Oh, sorry?
Page 54.
Well, that is the last movement.
No, page 54.
Yeah, movement 6 begins on
Oh,
finished,
right.
and bottom of 52, and that is your last movement. The orchestra has the most gorgeous lead-in, starting middle of 53, in the low instruments, and then it goes higher and higher and higher, and the basses and the baritones, and blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know if a run-through is going to be practical, but we can try one. You want to try one?
Sure.
Let's do it. Let's do it. This movement has 3 or 4 different feelings, right? There's this beautiful thing that leads up to 4-part harmony, and then we go into a faster tempo, and the orchestra goes crazy fun with bells, and then it goes faster, and then even faster, and then it gets so big that all they can do is say, well, let's have all the singers sing the same notes on page 60. And then in 62, it goes into one in this rhapsodically joyous animated frenzy where we sing glory to God, the highest, oh my God. And then, yeah. And then we kind of goodwill ourselves into the ending, which is just 2 pages, but it's a reprise of it again. So anyway, stamina is important. Pick your battles. Sing linearly and not everything as if the world hinged on it. So Bill, I don't know, it'd be great to hear 35 on, but I think we can get by without that. So why don't we just imagine this gorgeous introduction that the basses get, and we'll start just top of 54.
2.
So the accents are on the downbeats, but not always. He brackets where he wants you to think in different metric values. Do you see where I'm coming from? I will try to demo that, and basically, if you want to demo that for me, top 36, that would be a good modeling. Here we go. Sorry, something distracted me and I go up, but good. Good. Hopefully this is coming back to you, and you're learning how to pick your battles. You know what I mean by that? Don't sing everything as if you were saving the world, every note, right? You gotta, and that's what's great about sensitivity to the poetry. Because if you see forte, pesante, blah, 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 you're not, if you think, oh, let's be poetic here. Oh, unto me the gates of righteousness, and the downbeats for the important syllables, and then kind of back away from all the rest of it. It is fun to blare and blast and all that, but I think number 1 should be the words. Good. I mean, he clearly, with those brackets, why would someone even bother to do that if he didn't want you to really bring out the way the words are falling, right? So, and he probably, with some choirs, would have added many more brackets. You know what I mean by that? If he didn't trust his singers to do certain things, these well-trained British radio chorus people, they're gonna do it, a certain way because of their training. Yeah, so anyway, I'm getting off, it's important. Yeah, pick your battles. So let's see, what shall we do? Yeah, sopranos, don't be, I didn't bring you in, but you do come in
Yes.
a long time ago. Semi-sopranos.
Yes,
Where is that?
It's dough.
I'm taking it from the basics.
It's dough, it's just dough.
Well, on the basics.
Because E flat major. So, fa, mi, re, do. That's the melody. Basses come in on do. Tenors you come in on mi, fa, sol. Good. All right. It's very important that you watch the conductor and all of those tempi changes. You all know where they are, right? All the poco animatos, page 56, page 57. Now, bottom 58 is not faster apparently. It's just, we're gonna sing, it's gonna be basses versus everyone else. So, the tenors, one of these page settings is just this onslaught of Yahtzee notes. I mean, he just throws all these notes at you. I forget which pages they are. I think it's here. Where you, yeah, I think it's page 58, 59, where he just throws 4 notes and just, in every combination and permutation. And Aldo's yours is probably similar. Okay, anyway, but just keep your wits about you, and again, don't try to save the world on every note. Why did I stop?
You got distracted.
Oh, I got distracted and lost.
You paid, you lost the meter.
All right, so. Well, let's just start page 60. It's an easy place to start. And we'll see if we can get to the end. There we go. Here's page 60. It's fortissimo, but not every note.
We're unison.
We're in unison too, yes. So ready? Got 2 bars. Promise me you won't sing the last note of 61 with a big accent.
Even with the crescendo.
Even with the crescendo. The crescendo is not to overdo the last syllable.
Yeah.
I promise you. If that were the case, then Vaughan Williams would fall from top echelon of a composer to the pits. Forever, forever. I crescendoed, but not literally all the way through.
Notice it stops on the page.
That's true. He didn't write a crescendo all the way through. Thank God. But some have done that, and they wouldn't have meant to do that. But anyway, that's fine. Any questions on that?
No.
I tried conducting the brackets and not the beats, the metric beats, so I think it's easier to sing that way. It sure helps me to sing it. Let's see. I didn't mean to stop, but I did. Okay, so. Oh, gosh. Let's just do the last measure of 60 and keep going. Good luck, 62. Knowing for the beats. Here we go. Ready? G natural, is that G? Ready? And so, He has fun with you, doesn't he? He throws in a hemiola just when you were in the mood to dance a different dance. So there's a hemiola last 2 bars in 63. Basis does a hemiola on page 62, third and fourth bar at the bottom, right? And the next 2 bars. By hemiola, what I'm doing is instead of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it's a double time. This is by sopranos and altos, playing pitches. Page 62. 1, 2, 3, go. Make sure you understand that rhythm, those last 5 notes. God in and what's your S? I'm not even sure that's the vowel I would use. Yes, I guess S works. If you don't hit it very loud. And just don't make that your medal winning effort, in the Olympics. It's not that at all. It's here's tenor bass. Ready? Glory to God in the highest. Glory, glory, God in the highest. And on the peace will for men. God in the highest. Good. You put the air beautifully there. That's great. Let's try it with everybody. Acapella. Ready and go. Glory to God in the highest. Glory, and I think it's more important that you frame those notes. The last 3 notes of page 63, just say it with me. 1, ready, go. God in the highest. Yeah, it needs to really feel that together. And if you're on a note, or if you're in a mood, or in a momentum, affecting sense of things, it could mess things up a little bit, right? So you want to make sure, no matter where you were before that, when we get to those last 3 notes, God in the highest. I think framing them works really well. You should not sing that legato. Just like the other page, there was a page where we were singing something in the dirge, where it should be very declamatory and broken up. You know what I'm talking about. I don't remember the words, but it was. But you remember the moment? Please say yes.
Yes.
It was when you sang the words. Something about a dead march. Oh, and the strong and dead march enwraps me. Because if you don't do that, what will it sound like? Yeah, it's a lot of screaming. Good. So did that make sense at least, that section?
Yes.
Okay, now we're still dancing, even though we hemiolated you a little bit. Here's 2 bars before, top 64. 2 bars before and on earth peace. And tenor, alto, soprano, just frame all of this. And on peace. Because Von Williams adds bells to the orchestra. So just think of yourself as just big church bells. Okay, here's the chord. And the orchestra is conveniently in your lower key 2 bars before you have to sing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here's another place you must watch the maestro. Because we don't know Largamente, what kind of a Largamente he's going to end up in, or she. And the Largamente often is hinted at before the downbeat of the Largamente. So it's good will toward the man. You can imagine, right? You can feel the Largamente coming before the actual downbeat. And his concern, his or her concern, I should say, is not going to be so much with you as it is with the trumpeters coming in on the second half of that measure. So you just need to like enjoy goodwill and just sing what you know to sing, and just watch him conduct the trumpets. 1, da, finish. You know, just finish. I would say sing to the downbeat. It makes no sense for that 8th note to be observed. Just sing a bar of men. So anyway, bottom of 55, I would go, goodwill, goodwill. 65, sorry. Goodwill, goodwill, good to watch the conductor man release. Something like that. I think no one will quibble. Rob, Rafe, whatever he's called, will not quibble with that. Good. Any questions on this section? Just separate your goodwills, don't run them together. Goodwill, goodwill, goodwill toward and all of these mans, I think just sing the measure. Just sing the measure. There's no reason why you should sing a dotted half time relief. I just don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it does make sense for you to get out of the way of the downbeat, but even the downbeats aren't that important. All right. All right, let's just do it. Here we go. Yeah. I don't know. Where do you want to start? We can start at the lower back. We'll sweep that little section under the rug. That's fine. Here's the C major. The last key change of the piece. I'm going to conduct the orchestra, not you, but you will start. The word man. Ready, and. Now I did that on purpose. So what did I do? I brought in the trumpets, and half of you stopped singing. Look at what happens. He brings in the trumpets, which looks like peripherally a cutoff in your brain. So be aware that you should gloriously sing, man, right, during that entrance. That's just a for you, because most good conductors will bring the trumpet in there, because it's a different tempo. Trumpets can be noisy and awful if they're not cued properly.
And isn't there an orchestra cut off in there, so he or she will cut off the orchestra, and then, but we keep singing it in, is that?
I don't know where you're looking.
Here's where they come in. In the 2/2 measure in the Largamente, does the orchestra have a half measure, a half rest? He cuts off the orchestra.
No, he won't bother cutting off whatever that scale is.
Oh, okay.
Cha 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 cha. They're just gonna play that.
So there won't be a big orchestra cut off there. It'll be bringing.
Well, they'll stop playing, but he will not mess with
He won't
cutting
do
them
a
off.
cut.
No,
It'll be the trumpets.
no, he needs to. The conductor should establish a good downbeat. Yeah, the concern will not be cutting the orchestra off or cutting the wheel. It'll be, the concern will be providing the good downbeat, bringing in the orchestra, and showing the tempo of the new section.
Okay, all right.
So that's just kind of a FYI. Okay, we're starting right there. Ready, C major, and those sounds. But now I'm lost, because I think you're in a different place.
I know, it's getting.
You're in a different place than I am. Here, let's find it. Good, so what were the comments today? As some of you are bleeding over, I will say this, if you're gonna sing a full bar of the man on these goodwill toward men's, even when the music says don't bleed over to the next bar. All right, so do stop on time. And I would go goodwill, because otherwise, what's it gonna come out? Goodwill, good. The D won't matter, it won't make its way through. Goodwill for. Yeah, I would do as much as you can. Yeah, that's good. I'm not sure when your maestro is going to go into 4, bottom of 67, and she may not. He may keep it in 2 all the way through, because it does go to 3-2, and it would be convenient not going 4. It just depends on how lento, how retard, how much slower it's going to be. Okay, we're going to finish it, and we'll do, we're getting close. Let's just do the last 2 pages. Here we go. I'm going to stay in 2 this time all the way through. I'm going to stay in 2. Here we go. Here's top of 67. Bill, if you don't mind playing the pickup to page 67. 1. You're remembering the high note, and that is dangerous. You sing, and this happens a lot. He gives you a melodic thing, and he gives it to you a second time, and then he rips it out. He rips it away. For the 3rd time, he rips it away from you and says, okay, now I want you to see something else. Even though it's the 3rd idea, same idea, similar idea. This happens throughout the whole piece. Here is the 3rd one. To top of 67 square 44, and Your chem was way late. Chem was way late. I would memorize the words here. And I would memorize the notes. Once your eyeballs see the note, just look up. Because it should look something similar like this. There's nothing better than that. All right, so I was just going to. So let's do that again because there's a lot of people that got confused by something. I told you, I warned you I was going to stay in 2, so the beat was going to be boom, boom, consistently, and that threw someone off. Yeah.
I'm hearing somebody say towards with an S.
Words? Was. Word man. Word man.
No F on here.
Yeah, no,
No S.
I mean.
Same place, top of 67. Here we go. Jingle bells. Ready? Go. Glorious one I didn't give you a good color first time. That was good. Now careful, bottom of 67, your man is too long. Because you held a long man, top of 67, again, we get so seduced by what Von Williams gave you that you want to do it again. And he takes it away from you. So bottom of 67, the man is very short. Also, top of 67, last bar, he may not cut you off. There's this thing called soprano diva moment, you know, and you want to make sure she's on board in the right time. Look at her time. Some soloists don't count at all.
Oh, God.
You've been there, right? Some have been there. I mean, they have these gorgeous voices, but they just don't count. So at top 67, he's given the soloist a syncopation of all things. And it's you, her, you cut off her. And then, you know, no conductor's going to do that. And if they do, it's unfortunate. But in performance, certainly that should not be the case. And it's not going to be an issue, really, because it's Eric's wife, right?
Probably.
So, but nonetheless, you may not be cut off there. So just let it, keep your 2 per beat. Good. Well, we don't have any time to really do anything else, but I will, let's do the hard section, we'll go home. The hard section of movement 2. This is the movement that needs to be, what do you call it when you just mindfully sing something from the gut and you don't think that you know it so well?
Singing in the shower.
Singing in the shower. Yeah, you need to sing.
Go shower.
You just do it. It's the rattle, quicker, rumble of wheels, the streets, bargain for bargain by day.
Yeah.
The talking, talking.
14.
Yeah, so let's start top of 10. We're gonna go all the way through the bugle calls. But we'll see how we go. We'll go, yeah. We're gonna go to the word expostulation. See how that goes, right? And so fierce. 2, 3, 4, 1. So fierce. You gave us pitches and then you so good. Yeah, we don't have time to do that again, but if you have trouble with any of that, there's two things. The shut at the end, gets under my skin, but that's good. The rehearsal's over. I've got a month to get over that. 5 weeks actually. The shun, just drop. I have X's through the shun. I'm shunning the shun. But I think on this movement, it tends to slow down because of the triplets. Or you're not knowing. Or your neighbor not knowing. And dragging you down. Or dragging you slow. Or your mouth not wrapping around the words quickly. Sleep in those beds. With the talking. Some are easier than others. Our beds prepared for the sleepers at night in the houses. Okay, and if you really try too hard, it's harder to get the words out, right? You need to back away, relax, and let the articulators do it.
Articulate.
Anyway, that section there just has to be almost mindlessly in the brain. And hopefully, did you hear the bugle notes being passed from the section to section? C natural. Ba-da! Is that a C natural? There's no one to help you by the time you get to yours. You have to find your time. Good. That's it. Thank you very much.
Let me do a couple of announcements. Okay, so people have been asking about parking. This church is on Union and Steiner. So no parking.
No parking.
So,
What about handicapped?
there's no, it's street parking.
Yeah.
In San Francisco. So I just want to let you know.
In Cal Hollow.
Yeah. So I will send out information about, coordinating carpools from the East Bay, because we have a lot of people that, it's not BART-able, because BART is like on Market, and you have to take a bus or Uber all the way to Union and Steiner, which is in the Pacific Heights, past Pacific Heights. So, and the parking is, there's a parking garage on Steiner, but it's, it's kind of tough on a Sunday afternoon, a Saturday afternoon, because shoppers and everything. So, So, if you're gonna go, certainly we're gonna be there. We have a 3:30 call for a 5 p.m. concert. So, but, again, that's in the mid-afternoon when that whole area is inundated with shoppers and people going to restaurants. It's concert black. The
Motorcycles?
Carnegie Hall people, you know what to wear, our outfits.
So we're wearing the same one?
Huh?
We're wearing the same ones?
Yeah, so the Carnegie Hall people, you wear your outfits. Gentlemen, if you wear a black tie, that'll fit in with our Carnegie Hall outfit.
Carnegie Hall outfit how is that different from a black dress?
Well, Vallejo, whatever you're gonna wear is what you're wearing.
No one has said anything special, other
Well,
than a
well,
black.
Well, no, our choir, our two singers, we have for the women, we have a special top.
Oh, okay, concert
Yeah,
black.
yeah, otherwise, it's black. Yeah.
So black jacket, white shirt with tie.
Let's see, it's June, so you might not, yeah, black jacket, it's just, black suit.
And long sleeves.
I got the tie.
So I really encourage you to look at the learning tracks, the videos that I've sent out. They're really going to be helpful. We won't meet again until March 31st. and May 31st. And, sorry, anyway, it's here. And then after that, it's June 2nd with Eric at his church. So you have to consider that that's the maestro rehearsal, and that means we have to be ready to, perform for him. And then the 6th is the orchestra rehearsal at the church, and then we perform on the 7th. So that's essentially our goal, is that we're performance ready really by June 2nd. Yeah.
The next rehearsal, can that be streamed? Or are you streaming stuff here?
Yeah, he's still
I'm
streaming,
live streaming here.
but at the church you won't be, right?
I have to talk to Eric about that, because we had a plan on live streaming these maestro rehearsals.
Mine has
No, I
one.
meant the one with the- That's what
Yeah, I
you said.
had planned, the
Okay,
one
got
in
it.
the church is June 2nd.
I'm talking about in between the 7 to 8 PM rehearsals that he invited us to participate.
Yeah,
There's
extra-
three other
extra-
church
extra-
rehearsals.
Those are on streams, I'm not there.
All right, thank you.
So those are on stream.
Those are
His
before.
Thursday rehearsals in May are at his church,
Yeah.
but they're not streamed.
We can go to those.
Yeah, you can go to those, yeah. So, so really, I mean, it's important, I mean, we have over 100 singers on Carnegie stage. We have 5 choirs. There's the Philadelphia Voices of Pride, they joined us just last week, and they have 28 singers. So fortunately, they have tenors and basses.
Yay.
Yay!
So we have like 35 tenors and basses, and the 68 with sopranos and altos. So we have now a really big choir to put on the stage. But again, we're the largest chorus, and the expectation is we know our stuff. So these rehearsals and this concert is to really help us prepare. Again, we're the only group performing the Dona Nobis Pacem at Carnegie Hall this year, or at least within the last 2 years. So it'll be a really good concert. And the tickets are on sale on the Carnegie Hall site for Mid-American Productions.
And how much are
Yeah.
100 plus, aren't they? How much are these kids?
If you want an obstructed view, it's $29.
And if you want to.
And this is kind of weird Carnegie Hall
And if you want to sit
architecture.
up over 100?
There's some that are over 100 in the dress circle. If you're on the bottom floor, they don't call it orchestra, they call it something else, parquet or something. There are tickets for like $60.
Yeah.
So, and so you can buy your tickets. So, watch all of the deadlines and all the information, because I'm gonna be sending about a bunch of stuff over the next 3 weeks. Please respond as quickly as possible. It'll be about the June 7th concert, it'll be about the Carnegie Hall concert, and, thank you very much. It's been a wonderful experience so far, Mark. Thank you. If you have a white chair, can you put it in the section here, and the black chairs, fold them up and put them in the wall.
Thank you.